All right. For our third little part here, we're now going to move into trying to basically help out society. Now, as we talked before, in the Gilded Age, the rich got extremely rich and the poor got poor. And so these are going to be ideas on how to fix that, all right? The first one we have to go and we have to talk about the great state of Wisconsin. Wisconsin, I like the cheese, the Packers, right? And so we have an idea called the Wisconsin Idea. It's also called the Lab of Democracy. Basically meant that the guy we're about to talk about here, the governor, would try out something. And if it worked in Wisconsin, it's going to work for the nation. And so then they begin to push it. Again, grassroots. If it worked in Wisconsin, it's going to work for the country. So the idea was, try out something new. If it works, let's make it a country idea. Now, the governor at this time was Robert, Fighting Bob, as he was called, Lafayette. All right? So Mr. Lafayette is for democracy. He wanted to try new things. He wanted to experiment with new ideas, giving people more rights. Probably be one of the first really liberal people we meet at this point. But that is him nonetheless. Now, our things are going to be challenged because if you've ever been to Texas, South Padre Island, you'll meet a town called Galveston. Galveston in Texas was ultimately destroyed by a hurricane. Really, really bad. And what happened is, when we're trying to clean up this hurricane, we noticed that not only is the government corrupt, we don't have proper procedures to put this in place to fix it. People didn't know how to fix this. And so that alerts us that our government is not ready. So out of this, a new style of government is born. And it's called the commissioner style of government. You know, Commissioner Gordon, Batman. Now, I use this as an example because Commissioner Gordon is in charge of police in Gotham, right? That's all he's over. And so he takes care of the police. He goes to the mayor and tells the mayor how the police are doing, what he needs. Then the mayor gives him the ability to do that. It is very similar in the sense of teachers and a principal. Mr. Jones can't be in all of the classrooms. And so what he's done is he's entrusted the teachers over the 20-something odd kids they have at a time in their classroom. And so the teachers then go and say, we're doing this in our classroom, we think we're doing fine, we need this support. And so that's very similar to a commissioner style of government. Now here's kind of a model of what's going on here. This is Macon County. There's a county manager's office, right? And so out of this you have staff support and you have shared authority. These would be your commissioners. You would have Commissioner of Social Services, Commissioner of Health, Commissioner of Extension, Commissioner of Elections, etc. And out of that you have all these little sub-services. So these people right here would account to the manager, to the county manager, or to the mayor and tell them the things they needed for the health and for this and that and the other. So commissioner style of government is kind of, they call it delegating responsibilities. Not everyone has it. Delegate means you kind of give out jobs and you want people to achieve to become better. Okay? Now, two organizations that came out to help people just kind of on their own, and they're still around today. The first is the Salvation Army. You see them out there ringing the red bells at Christmas time. They do different things like that. They are what we call a non-profit organization, meaning the people who work there aren't going to make a profit. And what they are out to achieve is to help people. Now, the Salvation Army does it with a Christian principle, and so maybe does the other one. But that's what they were all basically about at this time. Christianity was the big thing. Agnosticism and atheism and Muslim Islam maybe wasn't as big as it is today, but it was still there nonetheless, and so that's what it is. Now, the last one here, you've all heard the song, right? You need to take off that second A. That's a typo by me. But the YMCA actually stands for Young Men's Christian Association. And again, it is there to help people, to train the skills, to give them the things they need. Now, if you know the YMCA, you have to pay a fee, but they have like gyms, they have training classes, things like that. So again, all YMCA and Salvation Army are to help the poor people out, to give them skills, to give them food, to give them shelter, if necessary, so that they can achieve a happy, healthy life. All right, there's that.